Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Y'all come on in. This is a late night live stream. Hey, Sonya. Sonya says good evening, liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday evening. Hey, MBG. Hey, Gigi. Gigi says, hey there. MBG says, hey, Carl. Hey, Cecilia. Cecilia says, hello to everyone. I may mess this one up. Don't ruin my zen. Says, hello there, Carl and everyone. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Lanice. Lanice says, good evening, Carl, tuning in from Tucson. Oh, Arizona. Never been to Arizona, but I do want to go. Hey, Doretha. Doretha says, hey. MBG says, I was just watching the last live. Laugh out loud. I had 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go. Okay. Stephanie says, hey to everyone in the chat. Hey, Queen Katrina. She says, hello. Hey, King Stephen. He says, hello. Is it raining, woman? Hey, Queen Lillian. She says, hey, family. MBG says, Elanice, I'm in Gilbert. Okay, so we got some Arizona queens in the house tonight. Hey, Miss Katrina. She says, hey, everyone. Hey, Simone. She says, good evening, Queen. Hey, Queen Angela. She says, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Hey, Queen Sherry. She says, hello, Mrs. Carl. How are you doing today? I'm great, Queen. How are you? Hey, Queen Autism Mommy. Autism Mommy says, y'all show some love. Come on, hit the like button and make sure you share the video. Oh, I did? Oh, great. Hey, Thomasina. She says, how are you in tan? We are great, Queen. How are you? Good to see you, Thomasina. Hey, Queen Tina. Long time no see. Welcome back, Queen. She says, I liked and shared, and hello to the chat. Thank you, Tina. So how are you guys doing tonight? I was supposed to come on here earlier today, but I was out and about. Then I came home and went to sleep. And I woke up. I said, you know what? I don't know who's going to come on here, but I'm going to go live tonight. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that, Queen. Thank you so much. So it is Thursday, and do you guys have plans for the weekend? Anybody has any weekend plans? And if anybody also has any good news that they want to share on the live tonight, please drop it in the chat. Now, we had some awesome testimonies last night. So if you missed us last night, y'all be sure, and I'm going to drop the link here, be sure to go back, check out the video. We had several people to get hired with several different companies. We also had a lot of queens that are cashing out on these side gigs and side hustles. And on this video, we did talk about some side gigs and side hustles. Some of you may have heard of some of the companies, but some of the companies were new to us. So y'all be sure to go back and check out last night's video. And the link is in the chat. Hey, Felicia. Felicia was one of the queens that got hired with the company TJX. It is the corporation of TJ Maxx, and she talked about that on that stream last night. Thank you, Felicia. MBG says, not yet, trying to get some more scrambled eggs. Not concerned. You're not concerned about the weekend. Okay, MBG. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Rainy Womban. Thank you so much. Hey, King Dewey, how are you? Long time no see. What's going on, Dewey? I know you got a testimony. Dewey says, hi there, Carol and Tan. King Dewey in the building. We haven't seen you in quite some time, Dewey. What's going on? Hey, Lavon, how you doing, Queen? This your first time, Rainy? Okay, first time in one of your lives. Well, welcome. Welcome to the live. If you are new here, let me know in the chat. Hey, Leonica, she says, hey, Carol, happy Thursday, like and share. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Queen Natalie, she says, hello, all, long time no see. Welcome back, Queen. Like and share. Thank you. Leonica says, hey to everyone in the chat. And Stephanie says, hey, Leonica. Thank you, Lavon. Lavon says, liked and shared. Rainy Woman says, I'm just trying to keep cool in this heat. Houston heat didn't come to play. I love Houston. Houston is nice. I got a lot of my daddy's sisters. They live in Houston. Felicia says, hi, Leonica. Hey, Earl. Earl is back. King Earl is in the building. So we got two kings on here tonight. He says, peace, fam. Leonica says, hey, Stephanie. She says, hey, Felicia. Hey, Autism Mommy. Thank you, Queen Lillian. She says, liked and shared. And she says, hey to Leonica. So again, if you missed us last night, that live stream was on fire. We had a lot of queens and a king. King Earl was in the building last night. We had a lot of good testimonies on that video, so I don't want you guys to miss out on anything. So make sure you go and check out that video from last night. So come on up here, do it. I knew you had some good news. Leonica says, hey, Lillian. So this is what King Dewey said. He says, yes, life has been good. He moved out of California. He is now living in Las Vegas. Okay. He says he was working with TeleDirect and Live Ops. He's made over $2,000 with Dscout and $500 with HeyCash. All right, go ahead, Dewey. Congratulations. So Dscout, we hadn't talked about them in quite some time, but this is a good one. I do have a link for that one. This is a good one, folks. We had a queen here that made around $13,000 off of Dscout. Now, I have seen payment proof from people that were making like $900, $1,100 off of this side hustle site. So I'm going to go get the link. I'm going to drop it here in the chat. Y'all be sure to check this one out. It is a good side hustle egg to get in the basket because it does not require you to interview with the recruiter. You don't have to have experience. None of that stuff. Good side hustle egg. Go ahead, Dewey. So the link for Dscout is in the chat. Leonica says, congrats to you, Dewey. Autism Mama says, hey, Leonica. Outspoken said, I just got fired from Doordash too, but It was a sabotage out of my control. So Outspoken, I worked for Doordash when they were work from home. When they first came on the scene, this was like way back in 2019. They had order placers. So the order placers, we would be the ones to call the restaurants and order the food for the customer. But then in like 2020, what was it? I think it was 2019 or 2020, somewhere around there, they let everybody go. So I was not doing the one outside of the home. The people that go pick up the order and drop it off, I never did that. But I am sorry to hear that, Outspoken. I'm pretty sure you will find something else. Rainy Woman says, okay, that's great, Dewey. Hey, Queen Vanita. She says, hello, Carla. Everyone in the chat liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Sherry says, dang, 500 with HeyCash. I'm about to tell her cash. Lillian says, congrats, Dewey. MBG says, Dewey, congrats. Felicia says, all right, King Dewey. Steven is clapping. MBG says, I haven't tried Dscout yet. Come on, MBG. Autism Mama says, congrats, Dewey. Natalie says, congrats, Dewey. Rainy Woman says, really, Hunty, I could use something like that. Why is DoorDash? Well, this was for me. This was long time ago, Rainy Woman. So I'm just telling my little story on what jobs and what companies, what side gigs and side hustles helped me out. MBG says, Dewey, any pointers you can share? Dewey says, since finding your channel last year, I have not had a regular job. I've only been doing these side hustle gigs. I was blessed to find your channel. So thank you, Carol and Tan. All right, Dewey. Thank you so much for the kind words. We appreciate that. So Dewey is a king. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of our kings that is only doing side gigs and side hustles. So some of you guys are still waiting to hear back on the remote jobs. And I get it, because sometimes it's just overwhelming. It's frustrating when you don't get that email, that phone call, that text messages, or so we decided over here on our channel to talk about side gigs and side hustles so that you guys can still be making money from home. So you don't just have to stop at a remote job. Again, get you a separate email, because a lot of the companies will start emailing like fast and you will be overwhelmed. So get a separate email. Some of our queens and kings, they may have an email for the survey sites, an email for mystery shop, or email for some of the other sites, the task-based sites. But it's totally up to you on what you want to do. I would just say get a separate email, because those emails, they, especially with the mystery shops, they'll get on your nerves, and you may not want that in your primary email. But as y'all can see, you can make money off of the side gigs and the side hustles. So queens, if we got kings in here, Earl is a king, he's doing it. We got King Dewey here, he is doing it. King WG, he's another king that drops in from time to time. These kings are doing it. So if they are doing it, you guys can do it too. So y'all be sure to get Dscout. Link is in the chat. Queen Angela says she had an apartment shop today, 40 to 45 bonus. And another one tomorrow. She says, I'm working to secure these task sites with the change of season coming. All right, girl. Congratulations, Queen Angela. So Queen Angela, she is talking about, I don't know if you're talking about Ellis or GigSpot. Let me know, Angela, in the chat. But she's doing or has done an apartment shop. So $40 and then $45 for the bonus. Probably Ellis, I'm thinking. So if y'all want, y'all see now, it don't take that long to do these shops. So that is what, $85? And how long did it take you, Queen Angela? I'm pretty sure it didn't take her long, y'all. $85. And then she has another one tomorrow. And this is a side hustle. Apartment mystery shop. We all have went into an apartment before and wanted to rent an apartment. So what do? We ask questions. How much is a 1-bedroom? How much is a 2-bedroom? What are some of the amenities on the 1-bedroom, the 2-bedroom, the 3-bedroom? So basically you are pretending to be a renter. Anybody can do these. These are easy. The link is in the chat for Ellis. Again, no interview, no resume, no experience. You pretty much do these in your spare time or whenever you have time. Earl says, congrats, Dewey. Angela says, congrats, Dewey. ET says, right on, everyone. Hey, ET. Dewey says, thank you, everyone. MBG, what pointers do you need? Felicia says, yes, so right, Dewey. These two queens are such a blessing. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much. Hey, Nick. Nick says, hey, everyone. Can anyone explain Ellis and how to understand the balloons? So Ellis is an apartment mystery shop, Nick. I've never done Ellis. Tan has done Ellis before, and we've had several queens here that are doing Ellis now. So you're going into an apartment and you're asking the questions that the client wants you to ask. Which, if you've ever been to an apartment complex before trying to rent an apartment, that's what it is. That's what you're doing. Rainy Woman says, okay, I need to heat this up. Kim said, anyone in here ever been on ACD Direct? I did it years ago. I've done them before, Kim, but it was years ago. So if you have a question, Kim, if I can help or if someone here can help, just let us know in the chat. Rainy Woman says, congrats, Angela. Angela said, this is Ellis and GigSpot in Ellis tomorrow, 45 minutes to an hour, folks. So 45 minutes to an hour to get $85. What job is going to pay you that? So that's what I'm saying. Get you some side hustle eggs, especially if you don't have a remote job right now. You can be making money off of Ellis, off of GigSpot. I'm going to put GigSpot in here, like King Dewey off of Dscout. We got several queens on this live stream right now, and I can name some of them that only do the side gigs and the side hustles. So again, this is a quick, easy way to get some money in your pocket, because you don't need a resume. You don't have to speak to a recruiter. You don't have to have experience. All you have to do is just get you a separate email and start signing up to the companies, and then go back and check the email. I did drop GigSpot. GigSpot is another one. If you don't want to leave the house, they have the telephone mystery shops. They also have the web internet type of shops. Now, yesterday, Tan logged in. They had over 2,300 shops yesterday. I don't know what they have today. But if somebody here has GigSpot, can log in, please let us know in the chat. Lillian says, congrats, Queen Angela. Hey, Italian Black Queen. She says, the idea of separate emails is smart. Thanks so much. Love your show, new subby. God blessings upon y'all. Thank you, Queen, and welcome, Italian Black Queen. Welcome to the channel. Angela says, thank you, everyone. Felicia says, Dscout sent me an email for more open opportunities. All right, Felicia. Congrats, Queen. That's good. Dewey said, I did not get any of these jobs until I moved out of California. A lot of these jobs are state specific. The main gig that I do, they are HeyCash, GigSpot, Dscout, and he worked at Whole Foods through GigSpot. Oh, wow. For real, Dewey? Okay. Congrats. So Dewey has listed the ones that he's doing, Kings and Queens, HeyCash, GigSpot, and Dscout. And I think we got HeyCash. Let me see. I think we got HeyCash on the link, but let me look. But I did put GigSpot in the chat. I also put Dscout in the chat. So y'all be sure to look in the chat for the links to those two. And I'm going to see if we have HeyCash. Okay, yes, we do have HeyCash. If you queens and kings want to get this egg in your baskets. Rainy Woman says, hang on, it's jumping. Hang on. Thank you so much for being a blessing. No problem, Queen. Nick says, hey, everyone, and congrats to everyone. Brown and Ticket says, what are those names again for the apartment? Ellis, Grown and Techie, and I'll repost the link here in the chat. Hang on one second. Nick says, thanks so much. Can someone please tell me how to record the shops that require recording? I'm going to put the question up here, Nick, on the screen. Dewey says, I'm handing out food like the old ladies you see at Costco. Okay. I get paid $100 to do it. That is through GigSpot. Wow, Dewey, congratulations. That's easy. And I know exactly what you're talking about. The people that hand out the samples that you see sometimes at the grocery stores, or like you said, Costco. Sometimes they may be at Sam's, Walmart, handing out the samples. So Dewey is saying that he was able to obtain this side hustle through GigSpot, where he is just handing out food samples. Easy money, y'all. $100. Hey, Misha. Easy money. Sonia says RBG Group has mystery shops as well. Yep, they do, Sonia, and that is a great one. RBG Group, that's a good one. I want to say, I think Queen Cynthia, I think she does that one. Let me see if I can find that one here. Yep, I have a link for that one. So y'all be sure to check out RBG Group. This is a mystery shop company. This is a good one, folks. The queen, our queen here, that we call her the queen of mystery shop. She has, I think, over 100, maybe 150 companies that she is signed up with. And this queen, this is all she does. Hopefully she'll come on here tonight. Thank you, Queen Sonia. Elsa says, under the Ellis site, there are shops where you have to audio record the shop, video record, or no record. Read the full details of the shop. Once you do 1 to 3, it's not hard at all. So I'm gonna slide it right there. Thank you, Queen. HeyCash, Queen, this is a survey site, but you can also play games as well. Okay. Thank you, Who's That Lady. So Who's That Lady says that GigSpot has 1676 web and phone jobs posted. So over 1,000 telephone and web shops are posted on GigSpot. So y'all be sure to get GigSpot in the basket. Now, if you are someone like me, because I don't want to leave out the house, GigSpot would be a good go-to for someone that does not want to leave the house. But if you are okay with leaving the home, then I would say, get Ellis, RBG Group, Market Force, Presto Shopper. These are some other good ones that you guys can get in the basket. And these are mystery shop sites, by the way. And again, no resume. So if you are struggling with the resume, Tan is going to do another resume video. She'll probably do it. She may do it this weekend. I'll find out. But if you are struggling with the resume, the interviews and things like that, right now, let's just try to get the side hustles in the basket. Rainy Woman, she says, congrats, Felicia. Nick says, thanks, Angela. I got all kind of shops and read through the assessments. Just nervous. Don't be nervous, Nick. Do one. If you can do one just to kind of see how it is. I know that first one, sometimes it can be, a little nerve wracking, but once you do that one, you'll see how easy it is. And it's repetitive because once you do one, it's like, okay, the next one is going to be the same thing, probably just a different apartment complex, but it'll be the same thing. Random Woman said, working from home, OMG, perfect for me. I can't wait to check these out. Yeah. Angela says, GigSpot on her end, 1676. She is in the Midwest area. Dewey says, yes, the samples. I do it through GigSpot. Y'all may have some sample shops on the GigSpot website. Y'all better check it out. Dewey had some. Angela said, the auto recording, I use my phone app. I'm going to put it up here. Thank you, Queen. Or a small device I purchased on Amazon. Yep, Stephanie, Pinnacle. Pinnacle is another good one. This one was mentioned Monday night. Thank you, Queen. Nick said, I just signed up for HeyCash and they gave me $1. Thanks, everyone. And any tips, Dewey? Well, congrats on the $1, Nick. Congrats. Hey, some money is better than no money. So congratulations on that. And Dewey, if you have any tips that you want to share, please do so. Nick says, Angela, what is the phone app? Nick, are you talking about GigSpot? They have the telephone mystery shops. Now with this one, the telephone mystery shops, of course, you don't have to leave the home. The web shops, you don't have to leave the home either. The web shops are easy. Those shops, basically, they'll give you a website to go to, and you may have to put something in a cart as if you were going to purchase the item. You don't use your personal information. I think they'll tell you to use like some fake information or phony information, but you don't check out all the way. And then you would just answer whatever questions they're asking. So those are, I would say, fairly easy. Phone shops, according to some of the queens here, they are easy as well. So if you have a cell phone and that's all you have, you still can make money from that phone from home. GigSpot, again, this is a telephone on-site and web type of mystery shop company. They have other companies under their umbrella. But I'm thinking, Nick, that you are talking about GigSpot. Jay says, I say. Hey, Xavier. Xavier says, hello, Tan and Carl. Dewey says, totally forgot to mention that since today I have made $1,500 on Prolific. All right, Dewey. Congratulations again, King. That is awesome news. And Prolific is an excellent survey/study site. We have a lot of people here that have made money off of this one. Money Making Meeks. I don't know if Meeks is on here yet or not, but she was making enough to pay her car note off of Prolific. So Prolific is a good one. We had another queen on here last night that made a ton of money off of Prolific as well. So y'all be sure to take a look at number 15. This is Prolific. They do have a wait list. But some people here have been on the wait list, and within minutes, they got right off the wait list. 15, 16 is Cloud Research. They are just like Prolific. Xavier says, hello, everybody. Nick says, thanks so much. They helped a lot. Jay says, is this the mystery shop that takes 45 days to get paid? They all pay different, Jay. Some, yes, some 30 days. Presto, they have Insta shops. Insta shops pay 3 to 5 business days. Nick says, thanks for the encouragement. Oh, you're welcome, Nick. Xavier says, liked and shared the public page. Thank you, Xavier. Appreciate you, King. And Xavier is another one of the kings. He's over on Facebook. He does I think he does branded surveys. Let me know, Xavier. But Xavier has made good money doing branded surveys. I think that's his go-to. And Jay, if you want to check out Presto, they have Insta shops. We had a queen on here last night. She was making like 200 a day off of Presto in her area. And I'm pretty sure everybody doesn't live in the same spot. So different places may have more shops than other states or other cities. Dewey says, Nick, I do HeyCash 2 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the evening. Do it 5 days a week. He says, stay consistent. That's a good schedule. Y'all take a screenshot. Dewey is dropping a gem about HeyCash. So he's letting you guys know to be consistent, and he is giving his schedule on what he does. And again, this is a gaming / survey site. Xavier says, congrats. Nick says, yes, $1 is more than I had. I'm grateful. The app for recording Ellis. Oh, okay. Nick says, Dewey, is it like free cash? I be clicking on sites and making money. Okay, Nick, I heard that. Get right with Elby. She says, hey, I just got here. Welcome, Queen. Elsa says, I was nervous too. I have experienced leasing apartments. The app that is on my phone is Easy Voice Recorder. Is this what you're speaking of? She says, OMG, Dewey, awesome. All right. Nick says, yes, Angela, and thanks. MBG says, y'all are brave. I'm scared to leave that much money on these sites. Xavier says, there are apps that can make Just Play games easier. Oh, okay. Let us know, Xavier. Dewey says, Nick, yes, it's kind of like free cash, but he says it's better. Yeah, a lot of people do like HeyCash. Cecilia says, hello to everyone. Hello, Queen. Sherry says, got my $2 on HeyCash. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, Sherry. Congrats, Queen. Dewey says, Angela, thank you. Yep, ain't nothing wrong with that. Get right says, my second time watching, I just need something about 10 hours a week. I have my own soap business. I make organic soaps specifically for eczema. Okay, Queen. So you want part-time? Is that what you're saying? Or are you interested in like the mystery shops? Nick says, I will definitely take the tips. Thanks. MBG says, that's a good schedule, Dewey. Cecilia says, like and share. Thank you, Queen. Elsa says, Xavier, I'm listening for the tip. She says, please drop the tip. Please drop that tip, Xavier. So when he drops it, Elsa, I'll be sure to post it here on the screen. So does anybody else have any good news that they want to share with the family today? Now, one of our queens last night, she came on here and she got hired with the company's part-time seasonal. So I'm going to go and find it and I'll put it here. I want to say this is a quick hire company according to what the queen stated. So if anybody here is looking for part-time seasonal, and they may keep you on, I don't know. But if you are looking, I am going to find the link and I'm going to drop it here in the chat. For those of you that are looking for a part-time or a part-time job. Now today on the channel, on our second channel, I did drop a non-phone work when you want, no interview company. In case you missed it, I'm gonna go get it so you guys can check that one out also. Queen Helen, she works for this one. And I think Helen makes around maybe 2,000 to 3,000 a month off of this company. We hadn't seen Helen in a while. She's probably working, I'm sure. But let me find this part-time. Hang on. Now this company here, they pay 14, I think. Let me make sure. So this one pays 14 an hour, and you can earn upsell commission on top of the 14. Now the drawback is they are state specific: Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, and Wisconsin. So if you guys are looking for a part-time seasonal position, this company is hiring ASAP. The link is in the chat for you kings and queens to check it out. Okay, so Dewey says, MBG, he says, thank you. Lisa says, hi, Al, how is ACD Direct? Any tip? You know what, Lisa, I did them so many years ago. I can't remember. I just remember, and let me be sure I got the right company, because I work for so many different companies. So let me look at it first to be sure I got the right one. I think this is the one that does the donations, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think this is the one. So the only thing I can really recall, I think I was taking the calls for St. Jude. I didn't have to do an interview. I don't think they asked for a resume either. I can't remember, but I don't think so. I don't think I had to send in a resume. And that's really all I can remember. It was easy because people would call in and just make donations. So I just had to type in the amount that they wanted to donate. That's all I can remember, Lisa, honestly. But if anybody else here has worked for ACD Direct, y'all be sure to put it in the chat. So get right with LB. I did drop a part-time link in the chat to a company. I got another company also that was talked about last night. Give me a second and I'll get that one. And also, y'all check out the one. This one is like a work when you want company. They don't require interviews. And the pay for this one, it starts at 20 an hour. Queen Helen, she works for this one. I don't think she's on here with us tonight, though. But this is another one if you guys want to take a look at it. And you are training AI bots. Lisa says, congrats to you on the soap business, get right. And congrats, Queen. Rainy Woman says, best wishes on your soap business, LB. Cecilia says, congrats on everyone's personal success. Lisa says, like the idea of helping nonprofits. Thanks for sharing. Which one, ET? Get Right says she is on Facebook and she put her name. I'll stick it up here, Queen. She did post her name. Let me see. So we did have another company that was talked about that we talked about last night on the live stream. I just got to go and find it. Tan, as y'all can see, she is not on here helping me tonight. Tan is somewhere knocked out. I'm pretty sure she is asleep. I tried to message her before I jumped on here, but when she didn't message back, and then I looked at the time, I said, oh yeah, she's asleep. She is knocked out. I already know. Tan is asleep. She'll wake up in the morning and say, girl, you went live. I didn't even know. I went to sleep. I already know that's what she gonna say. But it's all good. We'll let her sleep. So she may come on tomorrow night or Saturday to do the resume live. So here is another one. This one is Aspen Dental. We did talk about this one last night. So Aspen Dental is a company that they're hiring for scheduling center agents. Now, this one, you don't have to do an interview. According to one of the queens, you will just be responding to inbound calls and scheduling new patient appointments for the dental office. This one sounds super easy to me. Oh, you found it, ET? Okay. Get Right says, thanks for the shout out, Queens. You're welcome. Rainy Woman, she says, thank you, Cecilia. Training AI bots. I love AI. Yeah, it's a few companies, Queen, that we've been talking about that have the positions for you to train AI bots, and data annotations is one. And then I got another one. I did a video on this other one a couple of days ago. We got 2 channels. So if you are not subscribed to our second channel, y'all be sure to hop over there and check it out. We have been dropping a lot of non-phone. Now tomorrow on the channel, so y'all go and subscribe. I got an email, non-phone email job. And this one, you are processing orders via email. And it's seasonal. I think it starts in October. It runs from October, November, and December. But you never know. Sometimes the companies will keep you on if you do a good job. So again, if you are not subscribed to our second channel, y'all be sure to hop on over here and check us out. The link is in the chat. One lady lawyer, I cannot answer that question. I do not work for Aspen. We've had quite a few, though, to get hired with Aspen. So I don't know. I am not sure. And how long has it been, Queen? If it's been, I would say maybe 30 days or more, I would just reapply and use a different email. Cecilia says, you are welcome, Rainy Woman. The Creative Mind says, what's the other channel name? 2 Chicks with the Side Hustle 2.0. I put it in the chat. Get Right. Thank you, Rainy. Appreciate that, Queen. Dewey has another pointer. He says, another pointer I want to give when doing HeyCash, Free Cash, Prolific, Branded, or anything else is not only to stay consistent doing it 5 days a week, but also set a timer on your phone. All right, King. Thank you. Thank you, King Dewey. So Dewey is giving you guys some pointers on these sites. If you have these sites already or you're doing these sites, y'all be sure to screenshot what King Dewey said. I'm gonna repost it, Queen. Get right. One lady, Lord, she says more. I did. She says thanks. Okay, Queen. I would just keep applying, girl. Get on their nerves. Sometimes you have to do that. Or reach out. I would say if they had, I'm pretty sure they do have a contact us on their website. I would contact them and say, hey, you know, I've been applying for this particular job. I am very interested. Maybe get ChatGPT to write you a professional email to them. One lady lawyer, go to ChatGPT and have them to write a professional email. Dewey says, I work on them 2 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the evening, and then I go on about my day as to not get burned out. See, that's a good idea, Dewey. Lisa says, thank you, Dewey. Consistency is the key to a lot of the side gigs and the side hustles. And the thing with the mystery shop, if you show the schedulers, like, you know, you're interested, you go, you do the shops, you always fill out your reports, they will start to contact you. When they start contacting you and they like, okay, I got to have this shop done by the end of the week, then you could be negotiating the pay where you got to have it done by Friday. I need a little bit more of this right here, and I can get it done Wednesday. So we got some queens here that they know how to do the negotiating with the schedulers when it comes to those mystery shops. Again, if you sign up for the mystery shops, make sure that you are reading everything in detail. If you get stuck and you look at it and it's like you still just don't get it, the schedulers are your best friends. They will most definitely help you out because they are trying to make money just like you are trying to make money. They are hustlers as well. So if you, again, are doing the mystery shop companies, you can always negotiate the pay. Hey, Queen Polo Lani. She says, hi, Carol and Shay. I hope everyone is having a good week. Liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Angela says, thank you, Dewey. She says, noted. Misha says, thanks, Dewey. The real Miss Collins says, hey, everybody looking for something, and then it cuts you off, Queen. Misha says, thank you. The real Mrs. Collins, she says, hey, everybody. Earl says, I'm doing prolific and listening now. He is up. What? Go ahead, Earl. Up to 53? That's good. Congrats. So, again, y'all be sure to get prolific. King Earl has a dozen eggs in the basket. So, Queen, some of y'all ain't got one egg in that basket. We need for y'all to start getting some eggs in the basket. If you have been filling out applications, don't stop filling out the applications. But in the meantime, and you still trying to make some money from home, you can make some money from that cell phone. You can make some money from that tablet. You can make some money from that laptop or that desktop. While you are waiting to hear back from the companies, you don't have to be struggling. You can still be making some kind of income. Telephone mystery shop, the gaming sites, Mr. Warner. We got a queen here. She makes around $100 to $150 playing games from her phone. We had another queen that was here last night, Queen Stephanie. She's made over around $1,100 off of free cash, playing the games from her phone and her tablet. So it most definitely can be done, kings and queens. And as y'all see, King Dewey has stepped in the building tonight, and he has blew us out the water with his testimony, making money off of HeyCash and Dscout. So do not I repeat, do not think that you cannot make money from these side gigs and side hustles. The proof is in the pudding. The kings and queens, they are always on here to help some of you guys that are struggling, trying to make money from home. All you have to do is just jump in the chat and ask your questions. Don't be afraid to ask. We are here to help you guys. One lady, Lori, she says, okay, thanks. Let me know how it goes, Queen. Nick says, thanks, doing everyone. Anyone use daily gift? I don't know. If Leonica's still on here, Queen, are you using daily gift? I think I've heard of that one. Louis says, everyone, you're welcome. Teresa says, absolutely. Sometimes they offer travel pay too if they're really behind. See, Queen Teresa, she is vouching for me, guys, with these mystery shops and how you can offer or ask for more pay. If they're telling you, hey, I need you to go do this shop by Friday, by Thursday, by Wednesday, then it's time to negotiate that pay. If you feel like the $15 that they're trying to offer, that's just not enough. And it's like, well, no, I need like $35, $40. If they really need it done, guess what? They're going to go on and give it to you. They got it. So they will most definitely pay it. ET says, thank you, Dewey. Hey, Queen Onwe. She says, greetings, family. ET says, congrats. The wild guy says, hey, anyone try doing Babel audio? Somebody here was doing Babel audio. I can't remember who it was, and it's been a while ago. But if anybody on here tonight has done Babel audio, please let us know in the chat. Nick says, my mom wants to know the site for Lonely Men, says she. It's funny, Nick, but I put it here. It's too funny. Says she lonely too, huh? Now let her know that them conversations sometimes go all the way left. So it won't be like a hey, how are you? It may start out like that, but it might not end like that. But I'll put the link here, Nick, if she wants to give it a go. There are 6 companies on the list. Onwe says, I need help with Prolific. I was blocked. I would email them, Onwe. Have you tried to use a different Wi-Fi also? Try to use a different Wi-Fi first. They do that. They do block IP addresses. But then it's like over a period of time, they may, open it back up. But no, don't go and sign up for a different No, don't do that. Try to see if you can go on your phone's Wi-Fi or go to maybe like McDonald's, Starbucks and use a different Wi-Fi. Try that first. Felicia says, say that again, Carol, for the folks in the back with the money. MBG says, Nick, and she is laughing. ET says, I see more than one Prolific. How do I know which one it is? ET, are you looking at the list? It's only one. Prolific, number 15. I only see one. ET, I'm going to put it back in here, but look at number 15. Nick says, Sir Charles. Sir Charles, she said, laugh out loud. We says, any tips for Dscout? I have never qualified for one. I'll put it up here on and I'll see. MC says, I need someone to teach me because I have not been able to make any extra cash with the inside hustle. So MC, it is a lot of information that we do give on the channel. So I would say maybe start with this list here, kind of just go through and see which ones you like. And what are you open to? Are you open to mystery shop? Are you open to the gaming and the survey sites? It is a lot of information. So I would say maybe if this is your first time to one of our live streams, maybe just kind of hang out a bit, take some notes, some screenshots, jot down some information, and then once you get time, go and like research some of the companies that we talk about, and then come back to another stream. We got a lot of people in here that have done or are doing a lot of different types of side gigs and side hustles. But I agree. At the beginning, and you come on, and this is your first time here, and it's like, what? And what site is that? And what site is this? And what site is that? So take some notes, Queen. Take some notes. And if you have to, again, if you have to watch the replay, go back, watch the replay, watch the video from last night, jot down some companies, and then I would say go and research those companies. Sexy Trapper TV, what do you need help with, Queen? Autism Mom says, yes, we are here to help. Thank you, Queen Autism Mommy. Now, Autism Mommy, she's one of the queens on here that has around 50 side gigs and side hustles. So we are here to help, but we have to know, you guys have to ask us the questions. What is it that you need help with? And again, like I said, it is a lot of information. So if you are new here, my suggestion would be take some notes, take some screenshots, write down some companies' names, and then go and do some research on those companies. If you're just not familiar with GigSpot, or if you didn't hear what I said about GigSpot, you can always rewatch the video. And we'll come back on the live stream. So if you're stuck, you got questions, we will most definitely come back on these live streams. Dewey says, we use a different email. Yes, join the waitlist. I have 6 different email addresses that I use for these sites. Hey, Queen Ursula. She says, good evening, 2 Chicks fam. How's it going? It's going, girl. How are you? Sexy Trapper is like, what are you open to, Queen? I can recommend a lot of them, but it's like, what are you open to? Survey sites, gaming sites, mystery shop sites. Latricia says she cashed out 2 $5 gift cards on Fitch. All right, Latricia. Congrats, Queen. Fetch is a good one. Raining Woman said, wait, lonely men need phone friends. Been told I have a great phone, boy. So you're not talking to anybody, Raining. You are texting. Let's just texting. You're not actually talking to anyone. He said, woo, child. Laugh out loud, thanks. We says, okay, like my phone mobile data for Prolific. Yes. Try it like that on We and see if you can see any surveys. We've had a lot of queens here to run into that hold issue, so you are not alone when it comes to that. Rainin says, I've been told. No, Rainin, so you're not talking to anyone with these companies. You are just mainly texting from your phone or from your laptop or your desktop or your tablet. It just depends on what device the companies allow you to use. We says, okay, I will, thanks. So let me know on We. ET said, no, I don't see a list. Okay, ET, right under your comment, you should see the list. She said, okay, thank you, sis. Yeah, look right under your comment, ET. Dewey says, we make sure that your profile boosters are filled out as well as when doing the screeners and recording yourself. Make sure it's good lighting and quiet. I do mine in the bathroom. And she says, thanks so much, Dewey. Do you get surveys on all your 6 different emails for Prolific? We says, thanks, Carl. Thanks so much, Dewey. ET says, great advice. I have not been successful either. Thanks. I needed to hear that. No problem, ET. There go money making Meeks. Meeks has stepped in the building. Hey, Queen Meeks. She says, hi, Carl and chat. Hey, hey, hey. E.T. says, right on, sis. Congrats. Dewey says, MC, we got your back. Let me know what you need help with. Also understand that what might work for someone might not work for you. So choose the top 3 to 5 that you are interested in and help you navigate. Rainin says, what? Get paid to get paid to text lonely men? Too easy. So ET, the link, I'm gonna repost it. So look right under your comment now. Prolific is number 15. It's too funny, Rain. Lillian says, hey, Meeks. That's too funny. But again, if you are new here, this information, it can be overwhelming. And we do talk about a lot of different types of side gigs and side hustles. So I'm going to put a link to a list of them in here. A lot of our queens and kings are already doing these. So just take a look at the list, take some screenshots, and go and research some of the companies. Or just, if you do click on the link, just kind of read to see what the company is about. Now, Queen Meeks is in the building. What's going on, Meeks Adorable? So Meeks is one of our queens, and she does only the side gigs and side hustles. And Meeks will tell you that when she first came over here 3 years ago, she was overwhelmed with a lot of this information that we were giving. So just take some notes, Queen, Kings. Get you a separate email, because a lot of these companies, once you get in the system, they will email you like crazy, and you might not want to have like your primary email, maybe for your remote jobs or your remote applications, resumes, what you're sending from that email to coincide with the side hustle email. So we always say get a separate email, even if you have to kind of split it up. One email for mystery shop, one email for the survey sites. Do that. It's just a good way to keep up with everything. Now, I am reposting some links to some side hustles that were mentioned earlier here in the stream. Dscout is one. King Dewey, he made a lot of money from Dscout. $2K from Dscout. So y'all be sure to take a look at that one. Ellis is the next one. We have a lot of kings and queens doing Ellis, the apartment mystery shop. GigSpot, if you just don't want to leave the house, this is a good telephone mystery shop / web shop company. And according to one of the queens here, they have around 1,600 phone and web shops available on the site right now. And again, these are the ones where you don't have to go through all of the rigmarole just to make a coin. So you don't have to worry about the interview. You don't have to worry about a resume, and you do not have to worry about having experience. So if you don't have any of those things, you need to be taking a look at these side gigs and side hustles. If you run into a stumbling block, we had a lot of queens on here tonight, same queens that always are here. They don't mind helping you guys out. They don't mind sharing their information. They don't mind sharing what companies they are doing to make ends meet either. So Meeks, she does a company called Fancy Hands. This is a good side hustle egg. They are looking for virtual assistants. I will go and get the link if anybody here is interested in doing this one. You run into a stumbling block, again, Meeks is here to answer questions. Autism Mommy, I can't keep up with Autism Mommy. Autism Mommy has around 50 side gigs and side hustles. I can't keep up with this queen. And she probably working on 51 as we speak. She probably working on number 51 as we speak. But she does a lot of different ones as well. King Earl, he is in here. King Earl, he has 12 side gigs and side hustles that he does. And you guys just saw where he said he's listening, but he is over there working on Prolific. And he's up to $53 already on Prolific while sitting here watching this stream. King Dewey, he stepped in the building earlier when I first got on here. He is knocking it out the park, and he's only doing side gigs and side hustles to make ends meet. So we do have a lot of people here with some awesome testimonies. Queen Angela, she's another queen that does a lot of the mystery shops. Queen Cynthia, she's not on here tonight, but she was here last night. She does a lot of the mystery shops as well. Queen Onwe, this lovely queen, has been doing Presto Shopper. She was doing Presto Shopper while she was looking for a remote job, and she finally got a remote job. Queen Felicia, this is another queen, guys, that came to us a few years ago, and Felicia was looking for a work from home job. She just got a work from home job the other day, but she started doing branded surveys and some of the other side gigs and side hustles. So don't stop looking for a remote job. But if you know that you are not good with interviewing, you really don't have the resume together, but you still need to make ends meet, and you're struggling, jump on board with the rest of us here. Get you some side hustle eggs in the basket. Now, this is the company that Meeks is doing. I'm going to drop the link here. It is Fancy Hands. So y'all be sure to check this one out. Me says, hey, Autism Mommy. She says, I'm good, Queen. I was here getting ready to call it a night, but noticed you were on. So you know I'm thank you, Meeks, for joining. And Autism Mommy said, hey, Meeks. I'm scrolling back, y'all, because I think I missed some few people. Lillian says, hey, Meeks. Onwe says, I did some surveys with Prolific in the past, made some money, and was saving to withdraw later, only for me to get flagged because of my IP address or something. Since then, I have been blocked. Yeah, they do that, Onwe. And now if you go and use a different Wi-Fi and you still can't see any surveys, then I will start emailing them. Meek says, hey, Lillian. Dewey says, oh yes, I get surveys sent to all of my email addresses. Re-sign up with Prolific from a different IP address as well as using a different email. Xavier says $10 for user testing. Let me see, Xavier. I don't know. I remember user testing, but let me see what they pay. I'm not sure. Or are you saying that you made $10 off of user testing? I'm not sure what this one pays. Yep, I don't know. I'm not sure. I thought they had it on the website, but I don't see anything about the pay. Well, let's see. Wait a minute. I don't see anything about the pay. It just says that the dashboard will always show the amount and you will be paid through PayPal. I don't see like how much. I'm not sure about that one, Xavier. Anybody here knows what user testing pays? Please let us know in the chat. Dewey says, Autism Mommy meets Hey Queens House Life. Long time no see. Autism Mommy, I already know. So Autism Mommy has 50 side hustles, ladies and gentlemen, and she says that she is working on a few more. Laugh out loud. Queen to be says, appreciate you ladies for all that you do. Thank you, Queen to be. You're welcome. We said, Dewey, thanks so much. Prolific has surveys that pay well, and that is why I want to get back on. Me says, hi, King Dewey. I'm doing all right. How about you? Autism Mom says, hey, Dewey, I am great. How have you been? We says, even with a remote job, you can still do your side hustles. I do surveys sometimes. Yeah, you sure can. So Queen Onwe is letting you guys know that even with that remote job, she still is doing her surveys. Hey, Ellie. She says, hey, 2 chicks spam, liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Hey, you Alan says, how is Fancy Hands Meets? What type of gig is this one? I feel like I recently applied but got sidetracked. Gotta check my email. Virtual assistant. Oh, you got $10 so far, Xavier? Go ahead. Congrats, King. So Xavier is saying that he got 10 off of user testing. I think we got that one. Let me see. Yeah, we got that one. So user testing is number 19. If anybody wants to get this, Ed King Xavier, he is on Facebook, but he is doing this one. I think you are testing websites and apps. Easy. Hey, Queen Pamela. She says, hi, Carol and Chat. Another side gig is Earn Mode app. You get paid to listen to music, read email, play games, and charge your phone, etc. I think somebody here last night, Queen, was talking about they made money off of that one. Thank you so much for sharing. Queen. Thank you, Queen Pamela. ET, so we do them on Wednesday and Sundays, but tonight I felt led to get on here. Sometimes I'll pop on here though. Tan, sometimes she'll pop on here also. Louis says Xavier user interviews is better. Try that one as it has better and higher paying surveys. User testing is hit or miss. The real Miss Collins says, love these night lives. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Queen. Appreciate that. Hey, Queen Carolyn. She says, hey, 2 chicks family. I liked and shared. Thank you. Dewey says, Autism Mommy and Meeks. That's great news. I'm doing amazing. He moved to Las Vegas, y'all. Thank you, Sabrina. So Sabrina says that user testing, they do pay $10 per survey completed. Thank you so much. Nick says, thanks, Pam. I got to free up some space. Nick, how many side hustles you get? He said, anyone try daily give? Nick says, congrats, everyone, on all things. Alan says, oh, okay. Thank you, Carl. This is Ursula. Oh, okay. My phone play. Okay, Ursula. Xavier says, AI overview user testing pays participants per test with the amount varying based on the test type and duration, but typically ranging from 3 to over 100 for a single test. For the standard test, participants often receive 10 for around 20 minutes, which is not bad, of work, while longer or more complex tests, such as the live interviews, can pay significantly more, and payments are made via PayPal within 14 days after test completion. Thank you, Xavier. Ursula says, thank you so much for sharing, everyone. I'm trying to get back in the game, trying to find a good way to keep track. I was doing so many a while ago. Okay, Ursula. We said user testing paid me $2 to share my feedback. I did a few of them. They sent to my email in July. Okay. No, ET, really not a specific time, because if we say the time, people are going to be looking for us to show up at that time. And we've tried that before, but it just did not work out. It did not work out. So just when we pop on here, we try to go like in the evening between 7 and 8. But sometimes it'll be later than 8. Like yesterday, we came on kind of late. And y'all see tonight, I came on late tonight, like after 9 o'clock. Xavier says, thanks, Dewey. Meek says, that's exciting. I have a friend out there, Dewey. On we says, user testing $10. I guess they don't like me, though. Why they pay me $6 for 3 feedback that I show. Laugh out loud. Sabrina says she made 115 on a focus group from Jackson Adept and 40 from responding so far this month. All right, Sabrina. Congrats, Queen. I've never heard of the Jackson one, but I'll write it down. Thank you for sharing. See, we learn stuff from you guys too. We says, congrats, Sabrina. How did you qualify on the focus group? Do we say, Sabrina, congrats? Yes, responding is amazing. I have made a lot of money off of responding. Okay, Dewey, go ahead. So again, if you missed any of the links that was dropped in the chat, I'm going to repost them here. King Dewey is on here. He got $2,000 off of this one. It is called Dscout. Y'all be sure to get that one in the chat. I have seen the payment proof from several others that paid out. One of our queens, she got $13,000 from Dscout. Somebody else got around $1,100. Somebody else got $9,000. And I think Tan saw somebody's payment proof that was paid out $700. ET says, oh, wow, well, your presence is very much needed. I'm unemployed. I need to have 1K by 10/1/2025. You most definitely can get it, ET. Have you tried any of the mystery shop sites? On Weezus Carl, I was about to ask you about responding link before Sabrina. Okay, we have it on It's number 18. It's on our list of survey sites and side hustle sites. And we've had some people to make good money off of user interviews and off of respondent. So if you are into focus groups, I would say take a look at number 18. Take a look at respondent. We had a queen here. I think she made like $700 off of respondent. It was a focus group. Sago is another good one. Queen Helen, she got a printer from Sago. With Sago, they do focus groups. They also do testing the products. Sago is number 41. So 41 is Sago. You never know what you may get testing the product, because it could be anything. We've had several queens to get like tissue. Somebody here got a whole skincare line of products. Nice products too, by the way, because they sent me a picture of the products. Somebody else got some candles. I think Tan, she got a lot of household products. We used to do Pinecone research, and Pinecone, they sent me a lot of food products. I guess they thought I was hungry, y'all. I don't know, but they sent me a lot of food products. Tan was lucky because she got a lot of the household products like bleach, washing, different types of washing powder, detergent, different types of, she just got all types of stuff. Household stuff, Mr. Clean, Gain, Lysol, Clorox. She just got all types of household stuff. I don't think I got not one household product. They sent me a lot of cookies, water, like Gatorade, Powerade, a lot of tea. I got a lot of TV dinners. I got like oatmeal. I got a lot of box of crackers. they send different things based off of how you answer the questions on the profile. But I would say check out number 11, number 7. 7 is pine cone, 11 is product report card. If you want to get paid to test products. We says, do you do surveys? Sabrina says, we just apply to all of the focus group companies. ET says, I can only do remote. So ET, I would say GigSpot. You probably can get the 1100 fast off of that one. Or 1,000, whatever you say you need it. Yep, I would do that one. Dewey made some good money off of HeyCash. I would try that one. And HeyCash, this one is a gaming / survey site. And we says, okay, thanks, Kurt. Please post focus group link one more time. Okay, Queen. $17, $18, $19. Now, 19 and 20 on these two are the ones where you are testing like the websites, the apps, things like that, user testing and user feel. But 17 and 18 focus groups. And Sago 41. And those you don't have to leave the house. You just have to be sure to read, because it may say like on site and it may say remote. I think on user interviews and respondent, you just have to read, so to be sure that you're not signing up to the ones that's outside of the home, unless you want to go outside the home. We said, Sabrina, thanks. Sabrina says, I love field work for focus groups. Okay. We says, it is just me, but adverts keep interrupting me here every 3 to 5 minutes. I don't know, Only. Wanda, she says, I need a full-time. So Wanda, what type of remote job, Queen, are you looking for? Are you new to working from home? Dewey says, yes, I also belong to a group that does focus groups that pay $150 and higher for my opinion. Okay, I bought a course and now I get emails daily from about 60 different companies every day for surveys. Okay, Dewey, that's good. You Alan says, for Sago, I earned some Crest teeth whitening, my favorite coffee creamer, and something else. Okay, Ursula, go ahead, girl. So Ursula got some free products from Sago, everybody. She got the Crest teeth whitening. She got some coffee creamer, and she said she got something else, but she can't remember the third product. But that is good. Free products. So don't sleep on Sago. Sago is number 41. Y'all be sure to check Sago out. Queen Helen, she got a printer from, it was 2 queens here. Helen was one, and I can't think of who the second person was, but Helen most definitely was one. Somebody else got a printer. She said it was a nice name brand printer, y'all. She didn't have to send it back. They just wanted her to test the printer and give her opinion. So you just never know what product they may send you. ET says, thanks, sis. You're welcome. We says, Dewey, awesome, thanks. Nick says, Mom said, how much you get paid for the lonely men? Laugh out loud. It depends, Nick. It's on their website what they pay per text. Each one of them has the information. I would say look at the FAQ section. Some pay more than others, though. Angela says it's funny. I caught myself signing up on some of the sites that are being mentioned. Dscout and Data Annotation, I already have accounts set up. I signed up for so many. I could not keep up. That's how it be, Queen. You forget. You forget about signing up, and then here comes that email, and you like, when did I sign up for these people? I don't remember. Dewey says, I do L&E research, field work, user interviews, and responding. He says those are his top ones. And the queen, she just mentioned, Sabrina, she just mentioned field work. Okay. I'm writing that one down. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, King Dewey. I'm going to put it up here. Y'all be sure to take a screenshot. King Dewey is dropping gems in here tonight. Sabrina says, Dewey, those are the same ones I use. We says, family, please tell me why someone will not make money here. That is why I always say to the new people that they made the best decisions ever by subscribing to this channel. Thanks to Chicks. Thank you. Thank you, Onwe. I think I told your story earlier, Onwe. So if I didn't, let me say it. Onwe is the queen that was doing Presto Shopper. This is a mystery shop site. Now, in her area, she was getting restaurant shops and spa shops, manicures, pedicures, and she was going to places and getting her lashes done. And she was bringing in a couple of $100 a day off of Presto Shopper. Not saying that every single person here will make what she was making, because you got to think different areas, they have different shops. Wanda says, I'm not new to remote work. I usually do compliance or banking, some type of admin work. So Wanda, if you want to work for a bank, I can list some banks here that I know that offer work from home. You just may have to go and search their careers to see if they are actually hiring. But check the chat, Queen. Take a look at some of these. Now we says, Dewey, are the surveys you do high paying? Nick says, thanks so much. No problem, Nick. And I'm going to do another video on the lonely people. That may be the second video I do. Because when I got fired from Doordash, I did get hired with a company where I was texting lonely people. So I am going to do a video talking about that company. Dewey says, Sabrina, yes, Queen. Great minds think alike. I love those sites. Pay several bills off of them. Wow. So y'all heard the king. He's giving a testimony here about the side gigs and the side hustles. Dewey says, oh yes, I usually make anywhere between $150 to $700. Woohoo, Dewey. Sabrina says, I've gotten paid up to $5.95 for a focus group study. All right, y'all, with the testimonies. Anybody else got some testimonies? Y'all be sure to drop them in this chat. The chat is on fire tonight. Now, last night we was on fire also. So if you missed the stream from last night, I want you to go back and take a look. We had a lot of people here that were giving their testimonies. Some of the queens were talking about remote jobs that they have been hired with. And some of the other queens and kings were talking about side hustles that they have actually made money from. And congratulations to Dewey and Sabrina on them focus groups. That's some good money. And we said, Dewey, really? How long does it take you to make $150 to $700? She says, Sabrina, wow, congrats. Dewey says, Sabrina, I made $700 off of one survey as well. So this Side hustle is the truth. He says, congrats, Sabrina, on making that $600. Wow. Oh, we said, please tell her story. Laugh out loud. Her presto story. Stephanie said, sorry I'm late. No problem, Stephanie. You didn't know I was coming live, Queen. We said, Dewey, please, can you send the course name to Carl? I'm highly interested. I see you make a lot of from surveys, Carl. That is, if it's okay with you. Yeah, he can send it. So, Dewey, you can email it to me. Two chicks with a side hustle at gmail.com. Dewey says, it depends. I fill out 20 surveys a day, 10 in the morning, 10 in the evening. The more you fill out, the more you will qualify for. That's the same thing WG said. He said the same thing. He said the more you do and stay consistent, the more you will qualify for. So I'm going to go on and get to this company. I'm going to tell my little story. Then I'm going to get on out for here. I think I've been on here now for like an hour and 30 minutes. So back in 2015, I was hired with the company Doordash. And Doordash at the time, they had just come on the scene. A lot of people hadn't heard of Doordash. I'd never heard of Doordash, didn't know nothing about them. A friend of mine told me, hey, this company is hiring. All you are doing is placing orders for restaurants for the customers. And I'm like, okay, well, what they paying, girl? So I think at the time they was paying like 50 cents per order, but they had a lot of orders. So you could make some good money. Earth's story time. You could make some good money from DoorDash. So I went from making like maybe like $400 or $500 a month to $4,000 a month, like 4,000 some months, 4,500 some months. I think Queen Leonica, she worked for DoorDash. Tan also was working part-time for DoorDash. So from 2015 to like 2018, and then 2018 came, I got this nice little email that said your contract is being terminated at the end of the month. So with that being said, that was like my only, like my bread, bacon, biscuits, butter, my only remote job that was bringing in the bulk of my income. So that's why I tell you guys, don't be like me. Make sure you get some eggs in the basket, because at that time I had a mortgage payment. I didn't have a car note, but I had car insurance. I had a cell phone. I had a light bill. I had a little puppy in the house. I think at the time I had about 6 or 7 credit cards. So you can imagine with all these bills that I got, and then this income then went from this 4,500 to zero. But where there's a will, there's a way. And if you have been following us since we first got on this YouTube channel, then y'all already know I am a hustler. So what I had to do, this company, Cambly, it kept coming up in my feed on Facebook. And I was like, what is this company? I keep saying it over and over and over again. So I took a look at it. I said, okay, they saying you can get paid to talk. They paying $10 an hour for you to have conversation with people. Still didn't know what it was, but I was like, okay, I'll take a look at it. So finally I took a look at it, and it said, okay, we paying $10 an hour for you to have a conversation with people that live overseas, and you'll be teaching them how to speak English, right? So I'm like, do I want to do this? I don't know, but I ain't got nothing else, because at the end of the month, I'm getting booted up at this company, terminated, fired, laid off, whatever you want to call it. So, okay. I told Tan, I said, well, what I got to lose? I mean, we losing this job, so I ain't really got nothing to lose. Let me go fill out this little application or whatever. So I filled out the application in October. November, they emailed me back, and I got hired. So that was just one company. But again, I'm a hustler, so it's other companies, but I got to do these other videos. I have to do more videos to talk about the Texting the Lonely Men. Another teaching company that I got hired with and another teaching company that I got hired with. So I will be breaking this down. So this is episode 1, and then we'll go to episode 2, 3, and 4. So started doing that, and then I was like, okay, I like it. I did the demo. My demo was horrible because, again, didn't know what I was doing, but I did get accepted into the company. So I started teaching, and they paid every Monday at the time. I think now they pay every Tuesday. So they paid every Monday. I started talking, teaching, and then it just kind of picked up. January 2019 came. They added the kids side. I went and I did a demo over there for the kids side. They hired me for the kids side, and the money just started rolling in. So with Cambly, I started out making, I think, like maybe $200 a week, and it went from $200 to $500 a week. So I was pulling in like $2,000 a month with Cambly. So I'm gonna drop the link in here. I did not have to do an interview. I did not have to speak to a recruiter. I did not have to have experience. They did not require me to have a degree or anything like that. So all I did was just fill out the application. I did the demo, and then 3 weeks later, they emailed me back. Now, Tan, she got hired in a week. She was fortunate enough to be hired within a week after me. So she got hired after I did. But I'm going to drop the link in here. Cambly is fun. You are basically teaching, tutoring people that live in other countries how to speak English. Now, I started on the adult side, and then once they added the kids, because when we first started, they didn't have the kids side, but they added the kids the following year, and I was hired as a teacher tutor over on the kids side. Now, I'm going to say this. Cambly, so this is how I got a lot of students. Cambly put me on their Instagram. I did not know that they put me on the Instagram. I had parents reaching out to me saying, hey, I saw your video. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What video? And they were like, yeah, I saw your video. And I'm like, what video are you talking about? I don't know about no video. And so one of the parents told me, oh, they put you on Instagram. And I'm like, they did? And she was like, yeah, they put you on Instagram. I saw you teaching a student, and I really like your skills. I really like how you was teaching her. So can you teach my son? So I just had like all these people reaching out to me, people booking 30 minutes, because 30-minute sessions for the kids, people booking 30-minute sessions. And so, of course, the more people book, the more money you're going to get. So that is my story about Cambly. And I'm going to find the link, and I know I got it somewhere. If you queens and kings want to check this one out. Now, not just Cambly is what saved me. It was other companies that saved me. But again, I got to break this up because I'll be on here talking all night. So I did put the link in here for Cambly. It wasn't for you, Reed. Get right. It wasn't for you. I understand. We says, Cynthia, hi, Queen. Cynthia says, hey, Dewey, what gems you got going on? I'm late and I caught the end. He got a lot, Cynthia. He made 2,000, Queen, on Dscout. And he says, yes, got to have something to fall back on. We overcome by our testimonies. I love it here. So inspiring, and congrats to everyone. I like that, Nick. Thank you. We says, what? Was that the time you started? No, that wasn't the time on we didn't know nothing about the lip gloss. That started in 2021. So I started 2018 with Cambly. And then 2019 is when we started doing the YouTube. 2019, like April 2019. But like I said, I got hired at some other places too. Get right says, I don't like surveys. I don't want to talk. Cynthia says, hey, sis, Onwe. Thank you, Onwe. So that is why I tell you, queens and kings, to make sure you have some backup eggs. Got to have more than one egg. You don't want to be with one job, and then next thing you know, you're getting terminated or they're ending your position. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So you always want to have a backup plan. You always want to have some extra in the basket, extra eggs, extra side hustles, extra gigs, something that you can do to catch you if you have to pivot in a different direction. Because you don't know. These companies are shut down. And they gave us, I think, like a couple of weeks. I want to say it was like 2 weeks, y'all, before they terminated the contract. I want to say they emailed us at the beginning of October, and we had to like maybe the 17th or the 18th to find something. Dewey says, yes, Carl, I will email you tonight or tomorrow. Thank you, Dewey. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, King. All right, so you're going to try to do the surveys again. It seems that they never end, and I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Thank you, Cynthia. You took a nap. I popped on her tonight, Cynthia. Somebody needs to hear this good information. You got an early start on we. She says, I got an early start tomorrow. Thank you, Carla, everyone in the chat. Thank you, Queen. Have a good night. She says, thanks for the story, Carl. So, E.T., look in the chat, King, Queen. Look in the chat. I just dropped the link. Thank you, Onwe. Get right. I would try like a Omni. I'm going to drop some here that I think you can try, Queen. These all are $10.99. Let's see. Omni Interactions is one. Working Solutions. Live Ops. I don't know if VeriFast is hiring. They may be. I'm not sure, but they are also an independent contractor company. Now, if you are looking for non-phone, go to our second channel. We've been dropping a lot of non-phone independent contractor ones over on the second channel. Drop one today. Data annotations. Earl says at least 1 dozen. Earl says get you a dozen eggs at least. He said you need 12 eggs. Get you a dozen. And he right. Because if one egg slows down in any given time, they can slow down. You want to always have a bag up. So if you have a remote job, you need at least 5 to 10 side hustle eggs, at least. Louis says, okay, everyone, I got to go eat dinner. I am here to help her. I will email you my survey course tomorrow, and I'll be back on the next live. Just stay consistent, pick 3 eggs, and go from there. Thank you so much, Dewey. Appreciate you, King. Have a good night. The real Miss Collins says, great advice, Carl. Thank you, Queen. And we says, it's a good night from here. Bye, you. And my curl was, thank you, Onwe. Ursula says, good night, Onwe. Ansel said, that was great inspiration. Thank you. Cynthia says, I got some eggs that pivot. COVID taught us. Yes, ma'am. If it didn't teach you anything else, it should have taught you to have more than 1 egg. Oh, you miss me saying bye, YouTube. I'm going to try to put some more videos over here. Y'all know we just ran into a little stumbling block on YouTube. Lillian says, good night to all. Thank you, Carl. Good night, Queen Lillian. Thank you so much. Cynthia says, right, Sherry. She says, good night, Lillian. Ursula says, thank you, doing everyone for sharing these golden nuggets. I enjoy hearing your story tonight and last night have inspired me to get on the ball because mama needs some pay bill, then travel money. Girl, what you said, Ursula? Enjoyed your story, Carl. Thank you. ET says, thanks, Dewey. Hey, Lady Empress. She says, hey, Carl, and everyone in the chat. Hope all is well. I thought I was seeing things. in my notification. Laugh out loud. ET says, night night, sis. Night night, ET. Doretha says, good night. Good night, Queen. Thank you for coming. Sonya says, have a good evening, everyone. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight on the live stream. And again, if you are new here, the information can be overwhelming. So just take a deep breath. We do these lives often. So if you run into a stumbling block on anything, we do have a lot of queens here that don't mind helping you guys. King Dewey, you guys see, he said he will be back on the next live stream. King Earl, he's also with us. King Xavier is also with us as well. I'm going to try to reach out to WG. Wonder what he been up to. You rested, Cynthia. Cynthia said she rested. She took a nap after that. Good night, Earl. ET says, sis, you're so valuable. I would get started on me getting a job and some eggs in my basket. Okay, ET. And I get it, ET. I'm like you. I don't want to leave the house either. I don't want to go outside the house. But if I was in that same predicament now, I would most definitely try like a GigSpot. Cambly is cool. I like Cambly. Now, if I didn't know anything about Cambly and I was just like joining the two chicks and I wasn't a chick, I would most definitely probably start with like some of the gaming apps, user testing, user interviews, respondent, those focus groups, because those focus groups, sometimes they pay a big chunk of money. We've had several queens to get like 400, 500, 600, 700 just from doing a focus group. And it may be like an hour or two, three hours of your time for $400. That's not bad. I will most definitely do GigSpot. GigSpot would be my go-to. Let me see, who else would I do? The gaming apps. I would do some of the gaming apps. I would probably even do some of the survey sites. I would probably do like a Dscout. The Brox panel, that's a good one. They pay $10 a survey, up to 10 per survey. That's a good one. Let me drop Hatch in here. Hatch is another focus group. Now, this company actually reached out to us looking for 200 people to do focus groups. So this would be another one that I would do. So y'all take a look at Hatch. What type of phone, ET, do you have? Do you have an Android or an iPhone? Lady Empress, you laugh. Let me know in the chat, ET. The Brox panel, this is another good one, everybody. You can get up to $10 per video survey. You got an Android? Okay. I would say do the Just Play app. That's an easy one. The game that I play on Just Play is Treasure Master. That's easy. That's by far one of the easiest games I think I have ever played. With some, you know, when you trying to do like a comparison to some of the other gaming apps, some of them can be a little complicated. But I would say do Just Play. Just Play and then find Treasure Master. Best Play is also a good one. I have that one on my phone, but I don't do that one as much as I do Just Play. And you get paid out to PayPal, and you get paid out every 3 hours. Now, there is a gentleman, I think he has a YouTube channel, but I found a video on YouTube where he makes $30 a day off of Treasure Master. And Queen Miss Tawana, we haven't seen Queen Miss Tawana. She's probably working. I think she got like 2 other remote jobs. But she makes around 100 to 150 a week off of Just Play. And I'm gonna put the link here. I know I posted it, but the link didn't go on. So check out those 2 games, ET. Those are for Android phones. Okay, you got Hat Sherry. Okay. Have they contacted you yet, Queen? Ursula says, I tried that game, Kurt, because I tried it a while ago and was truly confused. Which one, Ursula? Was it Treasure Master, Queen? Nick says, love that app. Just place and click on the video. They've been giving extra coins. Okay. I think, is it Free Cash? I think Free Cash, you can watch the ads on Free Cash. I think Queen Meeks told us this with that one. You can watch the ads and make money. Now, Queen Leonica, she gave us one, and I don't even remember what it was. I know I wrote it down. I thought I wrote it down. Let me see, y'all. She gave us one the other night. I got so much. Let me see. I don't have it. It was a movie app. It was a movie app that Queen Leonica gave us on the live stream Monday. And I don't remember what she said. But it was a movie app that she gave us on that stream Monday. And I cannot remember. Leonica, if you are still here, Queen, or if anybody here knows the app that Leonica gave, y'all be sure to let me know in the chat. Now, this site here, they pay up to $10 per survey. This one here pays up to $25 per survey. Let me see. Nick says, is anyone best play messed up? What happened, Nick? He said, I had to reach out to tech support server down on their end. Did they fix it? Lady Empress says, I'm having trouble with Prolific. Same thing on We Said, Lady Empress. Her account is on hold as well. She says, I did an appeal. I didn't realize until I had to select my account I was actually doing studies. Wow. When it happened. Yep, we've had quite a few to have their accounts put on hold, Lady Empress. Did you try, Queen, from a different Wi-Fi? Ursula said, Just Play is what I tried, but I don't remember the game. I look for Treasure Master. Okay, Queen. Cynthia said, Lady Empress, sometimes they put the account on hold. I'm going to put it up here. Thank you, Cynthia. I knew you were going to come to my rescue. I experienced that too. She says, I used another device with a different IP address, and I used others' Wi-Fi when I was not at home. Sherry says she hadn't looked, but she definitely going to. Okay, Sherry. Nice drama. Was that it, Queen? Thank you, Lily. I knew somebody was going to have it. I think that's what it was. So Queen Leonica, she gave us this company called Nice Drama, where you can make money watching videos. Shout out to Queen Lillian for coming through with the information. So y'all may want to go check out Nice Drama. Dan says Best Play is working in Oregon. Okay. They said no, they said they're working on it, but don't know when it will get fixed. I wonder if mine working. Let me see. I hadn't been on Best Play in quite some time. But let's see if mine is working. Nope, mine ain't working either. It says there may be a temporary network issue. I know my internet working. This is crazy, but nope, mine is not working either. Let me make sure my internet working. Yeah, my internet is working. But mine is not working either. Since the Lady Empress, it doesn't last. Prolific will let us back in later on. Prolific says they be doing IP address security checks. Benita says it was nice drama, and there is also another gaming app that pays out every 3 hours called Prize Play. All right, Queen Benita. Shout out to you, Queen. Y'all coming through. Let me write this one down. Prize Play. So we got nice drama. And Prize Play. So these pay out, guys, every 3 hours. Best Play, Just Play, and I think it's one called Money Time. I think Leonica mentioned this one also. Thank you, Queen Benita. Lady Empress says, okay, thank you, Cynthia, for the feedback. Thanks, Carol. I haven't tried a different Wi-Fi yet. Okay, Queen, keep us posted, Lady Empress. Queen on she was having the same issue. She was on here earlier. She said the same exact thing. ET says, thanks, sis. No problem, ET. Nick says, thanks, everyone. Nick says, no. How? Oh, wow. I hope they fix it ASAP. I hope so, too, Nick. I don't get on Best Play like that, but I'm glad you said something. I might have tried to get on thinking it was me. ET says, got them. Sherry says, Prize Play paid me $2 the other day. Okay, Sherry. All right, Queen. Congrats. So these pay out every 3 hours. Android phone. I don't really know what games the iPhones have. So I'm gonna put them here, everybody. So look in the chat and get these right here. So we got Prize Play, nice drama. You can watch the videos and see what you can do. Get you a refurbished phone and just let nice drama play and continue to, and you might can get more than one phone. Phone farming, we've talked about that before. Nice drama may be a good one to do phone farming on. And Money Time. Those pay out every 3 hours if you have an Android phone. Angela says, I'm still waiting on an appeal with Prolific. How long has it been, Angela? And it's another one. One of our moderators made $100 off of this one. Let me see. Vibes. I don't know what type of site Vibes is. Let me see. Is it a survey site? I have no idea. Let me see though. Oh, so you can play games on Vibes. She made $100 off of Vibes. So y'all may want to check out Vibes. Vibes is the last one. And then another queen, she mentioned the Earn Mode app. Oh, okay. So is yours blocked too, Angela? I think she said you can listen to music with Earn Mode. I don't know why Earn Mode sounds familiar. It sounds like the current app, but maybe they changed the name. I don't know. So it says with the Earn Mode app, Android users can earn small amounts of passive income for listening to music. You can also get paid to play games, watch videos, answer surveys, and a range of other tasks. So that one sounds simple. Y'all may want to take a look. Hey, Shanna. She says, hey, everyone. I'm new here. Just wondering if anyone has had any experience with field work. I've had offers from them, but I've seen a lot of negative reviews. So we just had a couple of people here, Shanna, that had experience with field work. King Louis says that was his go-to, and then Queen Sabrina, she was here and she said she made, I want to say right at $600 off of field work. And welcome, by the way, Queen. Welcome to the stream and our channel. Stephanie says, it was nice drama, that movie app. I wrote it down. Thank you, Queen Stephanie. And how are you tonight? Lady Empress says, I'll update when I get a response. It's been a week since I sent the appeal. Okay. Yeah, but try the Wi-Fi, Lady Empress, while you wait for them to respond back. Angela says, yes. Okay, Angela. Cynthia says, hi, Shanna, and welcome. And thank you, Stephanie, and shout out to you, Queen. So it was nice drama. So nice drama, everybody. That is the movie app where you can be watching some movies, videos, and earning money. And like I said, get you a cheap little Android phone. If you don't have one, I would say maybe try Amazon, eBay, Family Dollar, Walmart. Maybe do like a survey site, gaming site, or do some type of site to get you some income, and then flip the money and go get you a little cheap little phone. Do a survey site from the iPhone. Make about what, $35, $40, $45, and then take that money, go get you a phone, an Android phone. And you can just, use the Wi-Fi. So you don't have to go and purchase a plan. You can play the games from Wi-Fi. Stephanie, yours work? I wonder why mine ain't working. They don't like me. I ain't been playing the games. Mine is not working. It keeps saying no internet connection, which is crazy because my phone, I'm looking at the bars on my phone. So I don't know. It's saying try again. There may be a temporary network issue. So I don't know what's wrong with display. Y'all don't like me? Let me see. I can't even remember what games I got on here from Best Play. I got a word search game on here, but I don't know if it's Best Play or Just Play. And I got a bubble game on here, Bubble Cash. But can't remember which one it go to. Since it says curl old tables and computers can be used to, I have a dinosaur that I don't use often. Them tablets, yep. Yeah, you're right. Lady Empress said in the meantime, she gonna work on them other eggs. Good idea, Queen. But I guess I'm gonna get on off of here. I've been on here for 2 hours now, y'all. Wasn't trying to stay on here that long. I was just trying to do like an hour, but y'all know how that go when we get on these streams. But anywho, if you missed the information, the video will stay up. You are more than welcome to watch the replay. Make sure that you are subscribed to our second channel. I will be dropping an email remote job over there tomorrow. So if you are not subscribed, hop on over there and subscribe. We have been dropping a lot of non-phone, no interview, work when you want. Some good opportunities have been dropped on that channel. I dropped one today, $20 to $40 an hour, no interview, non-phone, work when you want opportunity. So if you missed the video, it is up. Make sure you go and check it out. If you missed the link to Cambly, I am going to repost it here. And again, if you are new, make sure you come back, join us on another live stream. If you have questions, jot the questions down, come back. We are here to help you guys. We want you guys to succeed. And again, don't be like me. Get you more than one, I would say, remote job. If you want a part-time job, get you a part-time job. But along with the part-time job, just make sure you got some side hustle eggs in the basket. Task-based site, survey site, mystery shop site, telephone on site. Just get you some. Get you some survey sites. King Dewey, he was just on here. And he did post his schedule. He said he does 20 surveys a day. He does 10 in the morning and 10 in the evening. Be consistent, folks. You have to be consistent. It'll pay off. It may start out slow, but consistency is the key when it comes to the side gigs and the side hustles. The link for Cambly, I am going to drop it here in the chat. And I'm going to exit stage left, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you kings and queens. And thank y'all so much for the wonderful, awesome, fantastic testimonies. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a great night, a great weekend. If I don't pop back on here tomorrow or Saturday, Tam might jump on and do a resume live. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.